When we were driving into City Soleil, something that was overwhelming was the amount of people. When they saw the bus coming, they knew it was the Food for the Poor bus, and they just swarmed around the bus. So much so the bus had to slow down to barely a crawl to make it through the crowd to the feeding center. It was a very overwhelming experience. It was a little frightening having that many people around. It made me think of Jesus and the crowds around Jesus, and how did he handle all of those people pressing in thinking he was going to help them. And I felt the same way that Food for the Poor represents Jesus to those people, and they're drawn to it, and they want to touch the garment, they want to touch the hem, and they want their lives to be better. People that were living in the tin shacks really, they feel oppressed a lot by something that's out of their control. I think they feel like there's no way out for them.
We met a woman who had been living in the same shack for 20 years. And we asked her what it was like in there. And she said when it rained, the rain came in with such a fury they would stand on chairs to get out of the rain. The interpreter asked her, well, what do you eat? And she said, I eat when God sends his blessing is when I eat. It literally felt like a furnace inside the house. I don't know if I've ever felt such stifling heat. You felt like you had walked into a brick oven. And I remember talking to her about her excitement about the fact that right next door Food for the Poor was building her a home, and she was just thrilled. And
Food for the Poor comes along, and all of a sudden there is a way out. There's a helping hand is provided, and they are just overjoyed at a home that is providing security and a roof and a floor that's not going to leak when the rains come, and a place that they can be proud of. Something that was said by the director of Food for the Poor was, we're going to help one person at a time, one home at a time, and that's the only way to tackle it, is not to take the whole thing on at once, but one by one by one by one.
We cannot give a bigger endorsement to an organization. I mean, the way that Food for the Poor provides jobs when they come in. When they come in, they don't just send someone to build homes from the U.S. They bring in the supplies, but they buy whatever they can locally. They hire local men, so suddenly jobs are created.
They don't reinvent the wheel. They look to the locals who are already on the ground here to say what are the needs and how do we solve it together. It's not foreigners coming in and trying to fix things as they think it should be done, but talking to the locals, finding out the needs, finding out what infrastructure already exists to make things happen, and then providing the funds and the people and I guess the oomph to make things happen.
It's just a legacy. It's a compounded investment when you give to Food for the Poor, and I just can't think of anything better to use your money for.